This question.
Mr. Chairman, I'm surprised at that Minister there now. First of all, Mr. Minister, you made a bags of it in the beginning by changing the judges. You made a complete bags of it at that time, because I went to the Lafay Commission and you had 7 barristers there questioning me and telling me I was telling lies when I told them that I got raped of a Saturday, got a merciful beating after it. And then he came along the following morning and put Holy Communion in my mouth.
When you get a survivor giving a testimony, it's irrelevant what age, it's irrelevant where it happened. The fact that it happened, that is the ultimate to that individual, because they've been violated in such a manner. To them, it's the most important thing in the world, and quite rightly so. It's not selfish to think that. It's only honest. Yet people who are non-survivors, how do you handle listening to that? Can you handle listening to that?
You don't know what happened there. You haven't the foggiest. You're talking through your hat there, and you're talking to a Fianna Fáil man, a former councillor, a former mayor. You're talking to that. What tooth and nail for you for the party that you're talking about now? You didn't do it right. You got it wrong. Admit it and apologise for doing that, because you don't know what I feel inside me. You don't know the hurt I am.
One thing is for sure that we should, because with my research over the couple of years I've been doing this, we're going to have a generation of people that are just going to be like this gentleman, that are just going to pop up 30, 40, 50 years later, talking about injustice, talking about how they've not got a voice, how they've been ignored.
My God. 7 barristers throwing questions at us, non-stop. I attempted to commit suicide. There's the woman who saved me from committing suicide on my way down from Dublin after spending 5 days at the Commission. 5 days I spent at the Commission. They brought a man over from Rome, 90-odd years of age, to tell me I was telling lies, that I wasn't beaten for an hour, non-stop, by 2 of them. By 2 of them, non-stop, from head to toe, without a shred of cloth on my body. My God, Minister, and could I speak to you and ask your leader, would you stop making a political football of this? You hurt us when you do that. You tear the shreds from inside our body.
And they're the positive ones that have been able to navigate it through without absolutely losing their mind, becoming a drug addict, or taking their own life, or damaging other people. Who knows how it's going to affect. So when you should listen. When you listen, you truly understand. You can actually play a part in making change in that person's life. So when a statement, a testimony is given in such a heartfelt way, what kind of response do you think it should get?
For God's sake, try and give us some peace. Try and give us some peace and not to continue hurting us. That woman will tell you how many times I jump out of the bed at night with the sweat pumping out of me because I see these fellas at the end of the bed with their fingers doing that to me and pulling me into the room to rape me, to bugger me and bait the shite out of me. That's the way it is. And you know what? You know what? Sometimes I listen to the leader of Fianna Fáil. I even listened to the apology. It was mealy-mouthed. But at least it was an apology. At least it was an apology. The Rosminians said in the report, they said they were easy on us. The first day I went to them, the first day I went to the Rosminians, in my home, which is Ferry House in Clonmel, because it's the only home I know, he said, you're in it for the money. We didn't want money.
What kind of actions do you think should follow? Should have a resolve. There should be a proper, nailed-down inquiry. And the guilty parties should be brought to justice, no matter what the demographic is, who is being abused or who is abusing. It tends to somehow fall on deaf ears.
We didn't want money. We wanted someone to stand up and say, yes, these fellas were buggered, these people were robbed. Little girls, my sister, a month old when she was put into an institution. 8 of us from the one family, dragged by the ISPCC cruelty man, put into 2 cars, brought to the court in Clonmel, left standing there without food or anything. And the fellow in the long black frock and the white collar came along and he put us into a van, not a van, a scud truck. I don't know what you call it now. A scud truck, and landed us below with 200 other boys. 2 nights later, I was raped.
So you've got a man in his elderly years in a TV studio that is pouring his heart out to probably an audience that don't know how to react to it, to a minister that is reprimanding, that looks like he don't want to be there. If he could teleport himself out of there, he would do. That's the opposite of accountability. All this man wanted was an apology. Did he get the apology?
How can anyone? You're talking about constitution. These people would gladly say yes to a constitution to freeze the funds of the religious order. This state, this country of ours, will say yes to that constitution if you have to change it. Don't say you can't change it. You're the government of this state. You run this state. So for God's sake, stop mealy-mouthing, because I'm sick of it.
They heard him, but was they listening? Them 2 words have 2 different meanings, don't they? You can hear me now. Are you listening? When I go and tell my kids to go and clean the room, they can hear me. Are you listening? If you don't listen, you're not going to affect any change.
I'm sick of it. You're turning me away from voting Fianna Fáil, which I have done from the first day that I could vote. Because, and you know me. You know me, Mr. Minister. You've met me on a number of occasions. So you know what I'm like. Remember Wexford?
You're actually complicit in creating more victims, surely. Red Pill Phil, I love you all, even the pissing haters.
Thank you, Michael, for your... Tom Hayes of the Alliance Victim Support Group. Tom?